Let's talk about a little bit about life. Like the thing that I'm pretty impressed about, because I know 2020 and on was really hard for a lot of people to get jobs. Seems like
Yes.
you've been able to get job after job after job. Was it like that for you? Was it that easy? I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Okay, tell us
It
a little
was
bit about that.
so hard. And I was shocked at how hard it was because I got a job, like a good job, pretty much immediately after undergrad. I had like a sub job, but that was while I was applying.
Yeah.
And it was pretty easy for me to get hired. I mean, I put in about 250 applications.
Wow.
I mean, I'm pretty organized. I kept these in a spreadsheet.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of these jobs I never even heard back from. Like I was shocked, genuinely. I would say I got interviews with 4 different companies. There's one company in very specific company that took me through 4 interviews. 4. And then I got ghosted.
Wow. After 4 interviews, they ghosted you?
I got ghosted, and I've never been ghosted even in relationship
I mean, I get the first meeting, it didn't work out, whatever, but
before.
4 meetings.
I mean, it's over 2 months.
Yeah, that's a lot of your time. That's 4 hours minimum of your time, most
At
likely.
minimum, yes.
Maybe it was a
But
30 minute.
honestly, like even so right when I graduated, I had gotten a job, a really good government job. And after a month or 2 of going through the hiring process, I got a letter saying that the offer was being rescinded.
What?
I was shocked, but it was because of budget cuts within that government entity.
Oh,
And so I was like, well,
I bet that was happening a lot.
yeah,
Too.
definitely,
Wow.
definitely. And yeah, I was pretty disappointed. So then, the job search went on. And then I got another job at a biotech company doing business development and their marketing.
Oh, fun.
Like that was like maybe 4 months after that happened that I got the job rescinded. So I was applying. And this was before I had applied for like 250 jobs. This was up like 50 jobs that I was applying for.
Wow.
And so I got in this job with the Big 10. And so I had a great salary, doing what I liked. I mean, it was much more stressful than this job that I have now. As you can imagine, like, corporate
I do.
is crazy and ruthless, cutthroat, all the above. But I enjoy the competitive nature of it. And let's be real, I was making good money.
Right.
And then we got laid off. My whole department got laid off. And I was like, I'm screwed.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God. OMG, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And so I was applying more. So then that's when I applied for 250 jobs.
Wow.
And again, I only got 4 interviews, and then I landed at the job where I'm at here. And I had gotten 2 jobs at the same time, offers, relatively same job description, but I had to pivot after my layoff because I wasn't getting anything back. I then started opening my avenues to community development.
Oh.
And, I was doing business development already and like analytics.
Uh-huh.
And so I just kind of shifted my search. I mean, I've worked in healthcare. I'm good with people. I have PR experience with social media throughout undergrad and graduate school, being on student government. And, I've thrown community events. So I'm like, I'm reading different things and I see community engagement coordinators for several companies. And they are like, some are nonprofit, some, were just healthcare companies. And so I got 2 job offers from 2 nonprofits. And when I would have been traveling a lot more, and I chose the first one because, to be honest with you, I started my current job I work for the Children's Foundation of America.
Oh.
And so
That sounds really fascinating.
It is like, I read about it on the website, obviously to prepare myself for the interview. But I nailed it completely. And I bring a complete different background to the foundation and kind of their operations and things like that. So the other company I was going through the hiring process, but it was taking much longer. So I had just started the other job and I actually gelled with them pretty well. Like my team was a women of 5. I have the community engagement coordinator. So I'm also the volunteer management. So I put on events, like mostly fundraisers. We do a large tea party.
How fun.
And about 200 people come. We serve tea and as you would think of like the Tea Party, think of like Alice in Wonderland
Yeah.
with all the finger foods, the colors. This year, the theme is like vintage circus. So think of like animal crackers or
Fun.
like,
Yeah.
The Greatest Showman, like what that's based off of. And we have these really fun events. Like we had a holiday gala
Wow.
and, we raised money. We probably raised like, I don't know, couple tens of thousands of dollars for our kids. And
Wow.
we put on a golf tournament too. That's my event. That's what I lead. And that's,
Oh, the golf tournament?
yeah, that's super fun. People come, they golf. It's a huge fundraiser. And we do this thing called a golf ball drop. So we have a helicopter and people buy golf balls and they're numbered. And then the helicopter goes over a hole and whoever lands in there first gets $10,000.
How cool is that?
Yeah, super cool. So this is like a cakewalk for me, I would say. There's definitely some learning curves because, I'm used to reaching out to pharmaceutical companies and, people like that
Right.
versus like I'm reaching out to like small businesses. I'm making much more closer relationships. And my CEO, she was incredibly known. So she is incredibly known on many different boards and on advocacy for children that, have been in foster care or abused or gone through trauma because she experienced that as
Oh,
a
wow.
child. Like that's what she grew up on.
Yeah.
A not foster child really, but like she went through a lot of abuse and trauma. And so she started the foundation to help foster children specifically, as well as, kids that have been through trauma and abuse. And so what I do at the foundation is I give these kids in foster care things that, federal funding doesn't do.
Mhm.
Federal funding, gives them, it's bare minimum, unfortunately.
Right.
And so, we give them backpacks that have school supplies for our back to school fundraiser.
That's so amazing.
We do, Warm and Fuzzy February, where we get so many donations from different people.
Yeah.
We know we have Amazon wish lists and things like that people can buy on. And we're able to serve hundreds of kids that way. They have a sweatshirt, sweatpants, shirts, underwear, and
Those are just the basics.
just the basics.
Yeah.
And you think of these kids, they get taken out of their homes. They only get a trash bag, what they can fit in there pretty much, and take it with them. And then,
you imagine how traumatic that is for them.
oh God, yeah. And I feel for them. And
Oh.
this work that I do, I really haven't had much experience in nonprofit at all. And so what this job has taught me, I've always had an empathetic heart, but you don't understand what these kids actually go through. And
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of like Santa Claus. I never directly have interactions with the kids unless I go to their sites or something like that, where they're, residential sites. But, I get photos back and I'm able to see the joy on their faces or with the foster families that they're with.
Yeah.
We make sure every foster child in our care has a birthday gift that they like, along with cake and things like that. And so that kind of work, and my coworkers, they care so deeply about the mission.
Yeah, I bet. It's so fulfilling. Wow.
It really is. It really is. It is a thankless job. I won't lie, but every time I tell someone what I do, they are like, wow, that's, or
Yeah.
even someone that my friends that know me now, that have known me to be very science heavy,
Yeah.
they tell me this is a totally different job for you, but it fits you so well.
Yeah.
And I am in the face of the public a lot, which is pretty ironic that I don't like to be on camera.
I know. I didn't worry about you at all for this. I didn't even give you prepping because I'm like, no, Allie's on camera all the time. I told Jim that even last night.
Yeah, it is. It is just a little nervy because, I'm talking about myself and I generally don't have to do that. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And you shared something there with me that's pretty amazing. Last year, you served over 6,000 children.
yes, 6,000 children as well as 32 outside organizations.
Wow.
Which means we're able, we get so much donations. We're able to help other organizations that don't have as much recognitions
awesome.
or donors. And so if we're able to help them, we will.